Well, the month of October is Filipino American History Month, honoring the history, pursuits, accomplishments, and legacy of Filipinos here in the United States.
And here we are, your community station. We want to honor Filipino Americans. This morning we are joined by a Filipino American artist and educator, Jenifer Wofford, who works as has been displayed in multiple museums in the Bay Area and globally. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, John. Good morning, Nicole.
So a lot of your work represents women migrating to the States and entering the medical field, and some have actually been displayed on kiosks here in the city. Tell us a little bit about the significance this has for Filipino Americans.
Well, the best person to talk to would be Catherine Sinisa Choi, who is a historian who is a professor at UC Berkeley. She literally wrote the book on the history of Filipino nurses and immigration. For myself, I, like many Filipino Americans, have a mother who was a nurse, and she was part of that wave that came over kind of mid-century. My mother's story is slightly different, but basically around 1965, the immigration laws change, and this opens the floodgates to a certain kind of Asian immigration, one of the conditions for which is coming in as a medical professional. And so this begins the influx of Filipino nurses to the United States and elsewhere.
My husband works in healthcare, and so I think it's really interesting to see your artwork because a lot of his nurses are Filipino. And I feel like in one of your pieces, they're displayed almost as soldiers with such a brave face. Was that an inspiration for you?
Yes, that's definitely part of it. If you're talking about the painting that involves the nurses kind of walking through water, that's also a
Yes.
very specific reference to the iconic photo from World War II of General Douglas MacArthur. Marching through the waters, returning to the island of Leyte during one of the campaigns. And so I wanted to transpose this image that was, of the United States and the Philippines in collaboration during the war with this other sort of narrative that I think has gotten lost in the shuffle, and really trying to honor nurses and put them forward in that same composition, which is very heroic.
Right now, you have an exhibition at Stanford called The Comfort Room. What can you tell us about the creative process, and how can viewers go and visit that space?
The creative process for Comfort Room is a little bit of an oddity. I think any Filipino or Filipino American who's spent some time in the Philippines knows that Comfort Room is what you call the bathroom. And now this exhibition has, of course, nothing to do with bathrooms, but I think of this term of comfort, and I really think of my ongoing attraction to these kinds of in-between spaces, which are spaces like hotels. And so some of the images in this exhibition are sort of my homage to this phenomenally nutty hotel on the Central Coast called the Madonna Inn. But it's really not about that at all. What it also is about is my late father, who passed away over the summer. And for those of you who have had to lose a loved one, you know that what often happens in the end stages is you enter something called comfort care. And so the exhibition is a little bit of a slippage between, these spaces that give me joy as somebody who's grown up in between many worlds, and spaces that are about grief, which is, of course, what my family's been experiencing since my dad passed.
I'm sorry to hear about your father. You really do bring so much inspiration and stories in your work. You are currently working on a project highlighting Filipino American Olympic champion diver Vicky Draves. So can you explain a little bit about the creative process about highlighting this historic woman? And we only have about 45 seconds left.
Sure. Vicky Draves was a Filipino American San Francisco native who was our first Asian American Olympic champion diver. So right now I've been doing exploratory drawings, and that's been moving into some larger paintings and prints that will happen later this year, by the end of the year, in fact.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Jenifer, and we appreciate you sharing your talents with us.
Thank you so much.
It was so beautiful seeing, the comfort room at Stanford, and then also seeing the nurses and how they were portrayed. I was really excited to ask her that question because you can feel the power in some of her pieces.
You can, and just to hear stories behind that and what it means, to her and Filipino Americans, really incredible to see that. I hope everyone gets a chance to see some of her artwork.